One. All right. We are now live. You already know what it is. It's your boy, DONNE COLIONI. Another podcast. You already know what it is. Before we start, just make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, let's not waste no time. Let's just jump in and introduce the guests. So we got, who do we got here? We got
What's up, everybody? My name is Jesil Okwafuna, and I am a filmmaker here in Toronto, Ontario. Well, I guess not where Don is, but I'm a filmmaker in Toronto, Ontario. And I've been in not in film production, but I've been passionate about film since I was like 13, doing like school videos, different things like that. And I grew a passion for it. I decided to go to school for it in 2018 and finished, just graduated last year with my certificate in film production. And I've just been working in media ever since. And yeah, that's my little synopsis.
nice. All right. So let's just jump into so what got you into like film and all that stuff? Like, how did this all start?
I would say, so I was first into like 3D animation, right? So like Pixar movies and different things like that. And I went to there's a school in Edmonton called like Pixel Blue College. And I did like a summer kind of program there. And I was doing kind of like, like modeling and animation and different things like that. And then like after a while, I was like, yo, this takes a really long time. You know what I mean? Like just to make a little shot takes a really, really long time. And I was like, yo, I don't have time for this. It was eating up a lot of my time. And so I was like, let me pivot. And so then I pivoted to like video games. And I was like, oh, maybe I could be like a video game like creator, And then from there, I kind of just settled on film production. And so settled on doing live action kind of videos and different things like that. That was probably like around like 15. And I started doing things for ECHS for school. And I was doing like basketball videos and things like that. And the passion just grew from there. And it just that's pretty much
I remember the ECS days, man.
I remember, bro, back in the day.
You was always into like the creative type stuff. Like you was like doing music. You was doing. I think you had a YouTube channel at the time as well. Yeah. I always seen you doing the creative stuff. So it's crazy now. Like years later, we're on this podcast together. It's like,
I know, it's actually sick, yo. And thank you for having me. Of course, thank you.
For real, man. Anytime, man. For real. But like, yeah. So you started off into like the video games and stuff like that, and then you started making films for like your school and stuff. So like when did and I see now you do videos for like artists and stuff too?
Yeah, so like I did my first music video probably just before I left Edmonton, like 2017. I did like my first music video. And then from there, I kind of got more of an interest in it. And as I came to Toronto, of course, like, bro, the amount of artists here are crazy. I just kind of started to get into that quite a bit. And I used to like rap, which I don't do anymore. I used to make music, but I decided to be behind the camera because I thought that it would be way better for me. So yeah, I kind of just pivoted to that.
Okay. So do you, I assume like you probably enjoy like being like behind the camera more, getting like the art aspect of things.
Definitely. That's, I would say like, I'm just like, I love like the technical stuff. Like I love cameras, just like the technology. I love technology in general, right? Whether it's phones, cameras, whatever it is, like I enjoy like technology. And so like when it comes to cameras, it's like I love like just being around technology, being around cameras. And so being behind the camera is a perfect fit for me.
100%. So like, you also do photography as well?
Yeah, so like I just started photography a while ago. I did like some product photography. And so recently I've just kind of been like documenting every single kind of portrait that I've done. So this is my first, I just started doing portraits probably like a month ago or like 2 months ago. And so I've kind of just been documenting on Instagram kind of each like portrait I do, like portrait 1, 2, 3, 4, and kind of just showing my progression of how like starting from doing my first portrait and just seeing, what the 100th portrait's going to look like. And so it's a new thing to me, but I'm excited to be on that journey too and kind of just get into the realm of photography also.
Interesting. Yeah, I noticed like with the photography guys, like it's very like you guys are very, how do I say it? good with like the angles and stuff. Like I noticed like you guys like when you guys like get inspired and stuff, like you'll see like it's hard to explain. Like you guys will look at a rock and be like, "Oh, this looks like a cool like," you know what I mean? This looks like a cool.
It's the vision, you know. It's the vision. We see things. We see things as art. Like I feel like all artists kind of like see like the world as like art, you know, and just see everything in like a different kind of light, and like how can we use it to create. And yeah, it's just it's something just our eye, the artistic eye.
The artistic eye. It's funny because it's like it'll be like you don't understand that. I've been with some like photographers around, right? And I'm there like, yo, this looks kind of crazy if you do that. I'm like, what are you talking about? And after that, we do it, and it's like, oh snap, it's actually fire. You're actually
exactly right. Once you see the picture, you're like, oh, okay, I see now. I see now. But yeah,
it finally makes sense. Would you find this the same thing with the videography? Like when you're filming for rappers and stuff, like you just know the angles, like because I've seen some of the videos you've done and they look pretty good.
I would say like, yeah, it's kind of like for me, a lot of the times I plan everything out in my head before and I write it down, obviously. Like I do something called a shot list, which is just pretty much taking all the kind of shots that I want to take and just marking them down to make sure that I can cover everything. So like I pretty much have like almost the entire music video, how I want it to go in my head. Now, of course, you're on set and things don't go the way they go, and you know, people kick you out and all these different stuff happens, but I kind of try and like put it in my head before I even start, so like I have the vision of like what I'm doing in every shot that I'm taking.
Yeah, making sure that you have the shot list and everything ready. Okay, so like how do you find like clients for like
how do I find clients?
Like is there like what's the like for like a videographer who's like trying to do the like how would this process of like finding people like
I would say
videos for?
I would say there's kind of two ways. There's people coming to you and you going to people, right? So people coming to you is you putting your work out there, right? So you having a portfolio, whether that's a portfolio website or like Instagram or even a YouTube channel or anything like that, having a place to where people can stumble across your art and be like, oh, this person's in my city, I want to hit them up and work with them. Right. So having that opportunity or having that kind of place to give people that opportunity to connect with you. And then there's also, you know, contacting people. Right. So even if that's going through Instagram or going to businesses or anything like that and just being like, hey, I love your music. You know, I'd love to shoot your next music video or anything like that. Here's my work. Right. I would love to shoot your next music video. That's actually how I got my first music video, which was an artist in Edmonton called TOPBOYLEXUS. And I had you know, TOPBOYLEXUS, you know him? Yeah. And so I had like a basketball video from school and I literally just hit him up on Instagram. I was like, hey, this is like a video that I've done. You know, I love your music. Would I be able to shoot one of your next music videos? And he was like, yeah. And we literally went and shot it like a few weeks later. And that was my first music video I ever did. And so, you know, it just starts from just putting yourself out there and just connecting with people. And it's really that simple, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Like I seen the video; it was pretty sick. It was like the angles and stuff. Like, I was like, because I didn't really know, because like there's only like a handful of like rappers that I know that don't really. I know a few, right? I don't know all of them, but like, but then I kind of discovered him through that music video. I was like,
oh really? Okay, that's sick. That's sick. That's awesome.
It's not bad either. Yeah, I'm like, yo, this music actually kind of bumping too. Like,
it was real fire.
And then the sound kind of
everything meshed together. So it was really good. I was really happy to do that video for him. Yeah, it was really awesome.
Yeah, 100%. Like, what's it called? What was I gonna say? Yeah, like I like your point when you said about like connecting with people and stuff, like putting yourself out there is like it's actually key because like
100%.
Like especially like with like business and stuff like that, you got to be able to like talk to people and like connect with them. You know what I mean? Like you got to be able to put yourself out there. And,
definitely
make friends, if that makes sense. Like, you know, because it's like it's actually an important skill because like
of course
it's hard to explain, but like you know what I mean? Like it's you can't just like, you know, a lot of people kind of have this like mindset of like they try to do it on their own, but like, you gotta be able to like network with people. I think it's like, it's
100%. It's one of the most important things in filmmaking is networking. Like it's like the biggest thing is the people that you know, and that's how you're gonna get really far is through the friendships that you make and the people that you know and the relationships that you make. That's like really the catalyst that can take you like really far in this career.
Yeah, like it's
Mhm.
just who you know. Like a lot of like obviously there is like an element of like skill
Oh
to
yeah,
it,
of course.
but like a
Mhm.
lot of it is like who you know. Like who you know
Yeah.
is like it's really
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
because this person and a lot of it too is like you could be talking to someone who's like you don't think okay this guy's probably not gonna benefit me in some way, but you never know. He might know
Mhm.
someone who knows another person.
Exactly.
You
It's
know what
just
I mean?
about exactly it's just who you know. It just goes down, and you'll
Uh,
eventually meet that person that's been on that Hollywood set, and they'll bring you on. You know, and it's just
literally,
it is what it is.
it could be like at a snap of a finger. Like
Of
you
course.
literally like I've heard like a lot of like people will say like you're one like contact away from
Mhm.
like you know
Exactly.
and
It really is like that when you really think about it. Like you're maybe like one or two people away from like that position that you want to be at. And it's you just have to be able to see that. And if you can see that, then it will get you more active in wanting to make those calls or make those friendships or anything like that because you know you're so close to getting to the place that you want to be at. Mhm.
100%. So like what's it called? So you do so you make do you also make films as well or are you just
So
video?
I'm a cinematographer, a DP. So I do the camera work on
Okay.
films, camera work and lighting on like short films. So I've done a few short films.
Okay.
So I don't like direct or write or anything like that, but I just kind of assist people, assist the director and the writer in kind of helping their vision come to life through the camera work and through the lighting. That's why we have these cool
Mm.
lighting in the purple lighting in the back. I always
Yeah.
take an opportunity to practice. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
that's kind of like my specialty.
100%. So you're kind of the guy who like brings the vision to life, kind of be like, here's the story,
Mhm.
here's the script. Now I just need someone to how do I say it? Provide like the lens for that story or
Yeah, kind of. Like I would say it's really the director's job to like bring like kind of the vision to
oh
life.
oh
And
okay.
and so I'm there to kind of assist the director, right? So the director might be like, I want this to be like a really like moody scene. Like I want this like a villain. I'll be like, okay, bet, let's do like a top-down lighting here. Let's do like
Yeah.
a close-up shot, just of like the face and all this kind of stuff.
Mhm.
So I'm here to like technically assist them in that way.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes actually makes sense. Yeah, because like I always was like confused about like I always thought like the director and like for example, because yeah, there's the director. No, the writer yeah makes a script and the
Mhm.
director brings the vision to life. So then
Mhm.
you're kind of like the video based videographer or like
Yeah,
cinematographer.
yeah. So I'm the cinematographer. So it's the person who kind of like pretty much this. I assist the director in
Mm-hmm.
bringing the vision to life. Pretty much, yeah. That's pretty much what I
Mm,
mean. Yeah, with
gotcha.
everyone else on the set, everyone kind of assists the director and the
Yeah,
writer on bringing the vision to life. Yeah,
but you're kind of like the second in command with the director, like in a way
yeah,
that
kind of.
you're like you know what I mean. Like you two like are kind of like interchangeable. Like you guys are
Yeah,
kind of
so we're very close knit. Like we're very
yeah.
close knit in like how we do the planning and everything. Like it's very involved. So like you're kind of there from the beginning, and sometimes in the end, depending on like if you want to be involved in like how a film like looks color wise and different things like that. But you're definitely involved like pretty much from the beginning.
Mhm. So like you work with a company right now that made the short films, or you?
No, so again, it's just people that I know. So I know people
Oh, okay.
who are writers and direct and who, are making their own short films and they just hit me up and they're like, "Hey, can you DP the short film for me? Can you be the cinematographer?" And so it's
Mhm.
kind of what would you call it? Like independent contractor
Ah,
kind of stuff, right? Yeah.
interesting. Okay, I got you. It makes sense. Makes sense. So you're kind of like, in a way, it's like a business. You kind of like have a
Yeah.
business going on. Like it's like
Mhm.
people hit you up. They need some kind of like videography and all that stuff.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I got
Exactly.
you.
Mhm.
Okay. So like, what's it called when you're like DMing people and stuff? Like, do you ever just like? Because I heard I don't know if you know a guy named Alex Hormozi.
No, I don't think I've heard of that name, no.
Oh yeah, there's a guy. There's a guy I watch on YouTube. He's like a business entrepreneur guy. He
Okay.
talks about like
Mhm.
he was talking about like how what's it called? It actually kind of ties into like your to your position. Like for
Mhm.
example, like he was talking about hiring. I think he was talking about hiring like videographers and stuff.
Mhm.
I guess like he was saying like they would like clip up some of his like
Oh,
best stuff and
yeah.
then they would
Mhm.
send it to him and he was
Mhm.
like would do you
Mhm.
ever like do that kind of tactic? Like, yo, here's the here's the thing I made for you. Like,
Kind of. So we have, it's called in the industry, it's called a spec ad. So, or spec work. So pretty much you make like a fake, pretty much it's a fake commercial. Well, it's a real but fake, not for the company, but
yeah.
a fake commercial for pretty much a company that you either want to work with you or that you kind of want to work in like the kind of like that kind of category. For example, you might make a fake like workout commercial for Nike, but maybe like Gymshark, like
Mhm.
it actually hires you, right? But it's
Yeah.
like they see that video and like, oh, they're really good at making a workout commercial. Let me
Mhm.
hire them, right? So we kind of do that stuff in the industry where we'll just get people together, get again friends, people that we know to make a production, and we'll make an ad or different things like that, and we'll pretty much send it out, maybe email it out, put it in our portfolios, and hopefully from there we can get actual paying clients.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, like it actually seems like a great way to like gain clients, just
Oh,
because
definitely.
it's like instead of like DMing someone saying like, "Hey, this is what I could do," you're kind of just showing them, "Hey, this is what I
Exactly.
could do," take
Exactly.
it or leave it type thing.
100%. That's exactly how it is. Exactly how it is, and it works, right? I remember I did one. I would do like product kind of commercials. I did one for Cheerios, and
Okay.
because of that, I tagged them on Instagram, and I ended up getting in contact with them and different things like that. And so, it works, right? To be able to make a commercial with an actual kind of brand is in like the spec ad. It actually does get people's attention, and so it's something that people should really utilize, and it is very helpful.
I think that's also like not even just videography, like in general, like it's kind of like we kind of live in a world where it's like you kind of need social proof or like proof of
100%.
like, you know what I mean? Like it's not enough to be like, hey, I can do this. You got to really like, people they're like human beings. I notice we're really attracted to like results. Like I mean, there are
Definitely.
situations where people will take chances, they'll bet on
Mhm.
people, but a lot of the time it's like you got to be able to perform.
Yeah, like we're a visual people who like to see visual things. So
Yeah,
like it's way better to like show someone something than to just tell someone, right?
yeah,
Because like there's so many like kind of errors that you can make to where like you could say that you're good at something, but in reality, you don't know the full scope of something. So to be able to show someone kind of just like sets it in stone, they're like, okay, like I know what I'm doing. Like, here's a beautiful looking shot that I created. Here's proof. That's proof that I can make beautiful looking shots. You know what I mean? So it's like viewing or showing, like it's way more powerful than just telling.
I'm telling you. It's like that one says like actions speak loud. Yeah, like
Oh yeah,
actions speak
actually, like no words. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly
loud.
what it is. Exactly what it is.
100%. So what's it
Yeah.
called? What's it like working in like what's it called? Working with artists in like Toronto? Is it different from Edmonton? Or like is it like
Like I would say there's a lot more. I would say like honestly, like in Edmonton, I know Edmonton's grown in like artists and different things over the years. Back when I was starting in like 2017, there wasn't that many like artists
yeah.
in Edmonton, especially like now like popping off. There's a whole bunch now that are popping off, and it's actually fantastic. But like there's just like a lot more creatives in Toronto, right? It's kind of like would call like the New York of like Canada or anything like
Mhm.
that, right? So it's kind of like there's so many creatives, there's so many people who want to, whether it's make music and everything like that. There's way more opportunities because a lot of companies are here. There might be Spotify headquarters here or anything like that. So it just opens up more opportunities for artists. And so because of that, there's more artists that want music videos, right? And so I've just found that there's a lot more work here to be had, and there's a lot more opportunities to get clients in with music videos and different things like that.
100%. Like I noticed,
Mhm.
yeah, like I feel like a city like Toronto. I feel like. Do you think it's because of Drake? Do you think he kind of started it?
Yeah, I would say him, The Weeknd, everyone like that. They obviously they put Toronto on the map, and
Mhm.
so I feel like everyone just like wants to kind of like a lot of people want to be an artist right now,
Yeah.
and so everyone's kind of like they want to yeah, they just want to be an artist. I feel like in like all these kind of major cities, there's a lot of people who just want to be an artist, especially where there's like big artists from there, places like Atlanta, maybe maybe Chicago, all these different places, New York. There's big rappers and artists that always come out of those places. And it's the same thing with Toronto, right? Just because like that's like a place that's like been a catalyst for artists coming out, similar to Drake, Weeknd, different people like that, like Nav. And so
I was from Toronto as well.
Yeah, Nav's from Toronto. I think like Brampton or somewhere around, like outskirts of Toronto, but he's from like Ontario. Yeah. And so I think that it's, I think that just Toronto, like there's just, I think the Toronto, like there's so many opportunities similar to other places. And so it's been a great place for artists and a great place for people who want to work with artists.
Definitely probably more business there than, I mean, there probably is still more, there's still opportunities in Edmonton, but I think like for being real, like, location really plays a role in like, what I mean?
Thing is like this, location plays a role. However, if you live in a small city, right, a smaller city, there's a benefit to living in a small city because it gives you the opportunity to take over and to kind of dominate that city completely, right? So like if you live in somewhere like Edmonton or, a smaller place, just a smaller town or anything like that, but you have some artists, if you become really good, you could be like that person in that city that people can go to, right? While Toronto, like there's like hundreds and hundreds of like videographers and different things like that, right? And so many different pockets to where like, and so many different genres of people in the city to where it's like, it's difficult to be known by all, right? But when you're in a smaller place, it's a much easier to be known by all, and it's much easier to be known as that person. Right. And so like if you live in a smaller city, don't be like discouraged. Be like, okay, how can I dominate this place? How can I be that guy to when they say, oh, videographer is like everyone's head, the image in everyone's head is you, right? In the kind of sphere of music and different things like that. So I think that's something also good for smaller cities, smaller kind of towns and different things like that.
It's just, because like if you're in a bigger city, it's kind of like everybody. There's like you said, there's like a bunch of different videographers, right?
Exactly.
So it's more like there is more traffic, but it's just a lot harder to, I guess, stand out. Whereas in a smaller city, it's like not much traffic, but if you are good at what you do, you get that recognition.
Exactly.
The only issue though I would see with becoming the best in your city is like you would kind of get like comfortable, you know what I mean? You would kind of you'd become like
that's true.
A small pond.
That's true. That is true. And that's when you just expand out, right?
Yeah.
That's when you start to utilize that to get bigger opportunities, right, in other places. Yeah. So it's just you just have to work the game.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Like, because I see like there's a lot of like this concept of like being a big fish in a small pond. Like it's actually like, because like once you become like the best at what you do in your area, it's like you kind of feel comfortable because everybody likes you. Everybody
exactly.
Because once you leave to a different pond, you go to the ocean. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, oh shit, I'm back at the bottom again.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta grind up again, but I don't know. I guess it's just a part of the game, right? It's just like
it's a part of the game, and you just have to work with it and make your way to the position that you want to be at.
Yeah, 100%. The call. So with Toronto though, see, here's the thing with Toronto. I've been thinking like, I wonder if their stories are true because I'd be following Six Buzz, follow all these pages, and they're all like saying all this stuff. Like, why do you guys sound like? I would assume like you would have the Toronto accent.
You have to remember, I lived in Edmonton for like 10 years, right? So like even now, like my family and the main people that I'm around don't like speak like that, right? And so like I can have it on and off depending on the people that I'm around, like the Toronto accent. But like I try not to say anything in it, just because I just want to. This is my natural talking voice. Like I don't want to put on a different talking voice. Just because I am, so.
It's kind of like it sounds like a pirate kind of talking.
He's like, Like that sound like that, But sometimes it can be hilarious the things that people say. here in Toronto, but it's like, you know, once you get here, if you just come,
Yeah.
it's gonna be like gibberish to you, you
Yeah.
know. But then like once you're here for a while, you start to like understand what these words mean, and so it's like learning a different language,
A
like the
language,
different
yeah.
words that are said, and so it's just fascinating. Like when you come here and you just like get into that atmosphere of those you know, different type of people who are like native to Toronto, and it's just like you just like discovering just like new culture and everything like that. It's great, you know what I mean?
Instead of doing it, they have shawarma, whatever they
Thanks, bro. Shawarma. Yeah, man. It's just like, bro, the words and everything is just it's you know, it's a unique city. It's a very diverse city, you know, and so it's an awesome place. Absolutely fantastic.
In my head, when I picture Toronto, I'm picturing like you're at a cashier register and you're like, I lie, so your total for the magnum today is.
It'd be like that in some places, yo. It'd be like that in some places. Some places, yo, you go there and they're like, I lie, yo, wagwan, yo.
Wagwan. You short 2 cents? Oh, that's why you're moving, eh?
Yeah. It'd be like that, bro. It'd be like that sometimes. Oh, it really does. It really, really does.
Imagine, like, because I remember I was talking to someone about Toronto. I'm thinking, like, yo, imagine, like, I just think of all these stereotypes. So I picture like this, like, you know, hood rat dude. He approaches a girl in the mall and be like, "Shorty, what do you say?" Like,
bro, I've seen people be like that. But the funny thing, bro, is that it works. Because you have to realize that some people are part of the same culture, right? So it's like when you're talking to someone who like understands that lingo, right? They're gonna like they understand what you mean, right? And so because of that, like they pick up on it, and it's like it's really like. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just like you can literally be flirting with a girl in like, you know, in like hood man kind of talk, and it's like it'll work. And so it's just like, you know, it is what it is. You know, it's like flirting in a different language. Yeah, in a different country.
I feel like a lot of Edmonton too is that we kind of like, and it's not really anymore. I don't notice it that much anymore. But before when Toronto started to pick up, like a lot of people were trying to copy like the Toronto, like
I remember that. I remember that. And then when I came to like Toronto, I was like, oh, okay, this is like really how it is. Like this is really how it is.
Is it different than our perception, like how here in Edmonton, or is it kind of
okay? What's your perception? What's your perception in Edmonton?
Like, I'm just thinking, like, everybody talks like, I lie.
Nah, that's not like, that's not everyone. Because, that's like, there's not a lot of people who do that. Like, when you really look at the grand scheme of, like, Toronto, like, it's a small group of people that do that. It's not everyone. It's not
okay. Like, I'm picturing teachers.
No.
Definitely not. So you have a 10 months to live?
Definitely not. That would be too funny.
So if you go to the power of
it's
like that's how I'm thinking. Like Toronto is like,
bro. So it depends. Okay, have I heard anyone like professionally talk like that? I don't know. Maybe in school, like sometimes maybe, but it's like I probably heard like some like young teacher talk like that before. But other than that, you know, everyone else kind of talks with just regular kind of English accent, you know. So, you know, it's not everyone. It's not everyone.
Is it dangerous down there? Like I hear like
not everywhere. You know, bro, every city has their kind of dangerous spots, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like it's not like a dangerous place, you know what I mean? But it's just like every city has their dangerous spots. Like, you know, Edmonton has their dangerous spots and you know, everywhere, you know. So you just it's just that's really it.
Yeah, kind of just being right place, right time, or staying out of trouble type.
Yeah, it's really just staying out of trouble. Like you stay out of trouble, you're fine.
Yeah. Okay, because I've always heard like all these rumors about Toronto. It's like there's like different, like you ever seen like for example like Power?
Yeah, a couple episodes.
Yeah, like it's like different like hood beefs and stuff. Different. Like,
yeah,
or, like, some top. No, what's the story? Is it Top Boy? No.
Top Boy, is it?
Is that the show, or is the gang related show?
Is it like the British one?
Yeah.
That's Top. I'm pretty sure it's Top Boy. Yeah, Top Boy's the British.
Yeah, I'm picturing like some Top Boy type of vibe down there.
Not like everywhere. Like of course, bro. Like every city kind of has that kind of, you know, like every city has like their hood and everything like that, and like their kind of areas. But it's like it's the same thing with Toronto. Like there's really good areas, really beautiful, nice areas. And there's like really, you know, dangerous areas, and the same thing
Mm-hmm.
with everywhere else. Yeah, that's really.
Is the weather down there better? Or is
Bro, it's hot.
it
Right now, it is hot. I remember I was talking to a friend back in Edmonton, and he was like, it's like -30. Like, I was like, I remember, pretty sure last year, like it was -30 last winter, -30, -20. Like, bro,
Yeah.
it doesn't really reach that low here. It
Really?
doesn't really reach that low. Maybe -10, maybe -15,
That's
things like
blast.
that. But it's like right now, like it's probably like 30 degrees outside. Like it's hot, bro. Like it's really hot.
I
But
think
I don't
right now we
mind.
got a good 20. Good
It's not
20.
bad.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't mind the hot weather at all. I don't mind it at all. Better than winter.
Yeah.
Better than winter. Any day. I'll take
I'll
summer,
take it
hot
over
weather,
winter.
any day. Any single day of the week.
100%. I'll take it over winter
Of
any day.
course. Of course, 100%.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
100%.
What are the questions I got here?
Mm-hmm.
Let's jump into. Yeah, so you also got a YouTube channel, eh?
I do. So I had my old YouTube channel from high school.
Right.
And I was like, yo, I don't want to do this anymore. Like that
Mhm.
kind of commentary, joking kind of stuff.
Right.
And then I just kind of started just like last month, kind of started going into actual like film kind of stuff on Instagram, on YouTube, kind of like teaching and just like more entertaining kind of film, like videography type of videos. And so I've just started the journey, but you know, God willing, we're gonna get up top there soon, you know.
Yeah, I
So
feel like
yeah,
that niche is growing too.
oh yeah,
Big
100%.
niche
Like,
of like how to use, because a lot of people out here are trying to become content creators,
bro,
videographers.
everyone's trying to be a content creator, and I think everyone should be a content creator, honestly.
Really?
Oh, 100%. I think every single person should be a content creator. 100%. I
Why
think
do you think that?
I think because being a content creator, right? Just having your work online and just like, especially like teaching people, like even like doesn't matter what you are, whether you're like a woodworker or a doctor or you know, a mechanic or anything like that. It creates a sense of like credibility, right? If you're out here teaching people, even if it's like just like how to change your oil and different things like that, how to watch out for different kind of things with your car, it's like people watch those videos and they see them as helpful, like instantly in their mind, like you're a credible person and they can like trust you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're in their local city, they will hit you up for like client work or for work and different things like that. And so, or even like brands, not even brands. It's not even about like making money from social media. It's really just the credibility, right? You putting out work that is seen as helpful and beneficial to people will instantly make you look credible no matter what you're doing, which can get you clients in real life. That's pretty much it. So I think that everyone, doesn't matter what job you do, and you see it on TikTok too, where it's like there's people who are, you know, I see this guy, he's like a electrician, you know, he hangs just chandeliers, and there's people who are mechanics, and there's people who are painters and different things like that, and people doing like regular, you know, like blue collar work, but they're doing it on Instagram or on TikTok, and they're mowing lawns, but they're getting so much work because you're seeing their videos, they're super entertaining, they're super helpful, and they're putting an image of trustworthiness in people's minds. And so also just seeing that content online makes you, it puts you into people's heads, right? So if every single day they're seeing your lawn mowing videos, or every single couple of days they're seeing your lawn mowing videos, when they go out to their lawn and they say, oh, my lawn needs to be cut, but I don't want to do it, they're going to think of you, right? And then they're going to maybe call you up if you're local in this city and stuff like that. And so that's why I think everyone should be on social media. Even if you're not popping off or you're not super popular, I definitely think that you should be on social media 100%.
Facts. Like you follow like Gary Vee?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, he talked about that. He actually, I don't know if he was the first one to like start this whole wave of content creation and the opportunities. I think he was one of the first.
Yeah, like he really pushed it. Like he really pushed like the consistency stuff of being like, yo, like you need to like be posting like every day, every other day, whatever, multiple times a day. Like he was the one who like really pushed that. And he's right. Right. You have to be posting a lot. And it's been helpful for me. I post almost every day on Instagram, and it's been beneficial to me even in just the past couple weeks.
100%. Yeah, like Gary Vee, like there's a lot of controversy with Gary Vee because a lot of people are like, there's people who are like, nah, I don't agree with Gary Vee, and people are like that do that. Yeah, that don't agree with him and do agree with him.
Mhm.
They're kind of like, I don't know what me personally, I'm just like, I don't see what's wrong with anything the guy's saying. Like,
I don't see what's wrong. He swears a lot, but
yeah,
other than that, I don't see anything wrong with it. You know,
yeah.
I think he's speaking facts about social
He's
media,
speaking
and
fast,
it's
like,
working for him.
for
Mhm.
real. I think the only issue I would
Mhm.
have with Gary Vee is where he talks about like, how do I say it? I don't think this is what he means by it, but when he says like, "Oh, you have a lot of time," I mean, like, yeah, you have
Yeah,
time,
that's true. I don't. Yeah, no. Continue. Sorry.
but like he's saying like, how do I say? I don't think he means to say like waste your time. Where he says like, you're like, for example, he says 20-year-olds. He's
Mhm.
like, you could be 22 right now. You're the best position. You could write. You could 5 years from now
Mhm.
sleep with your parents. You know,
Yeah,
just
it's
like
just yeah.
waste time and stuff like
Mhm.
that. And like, you could like eat junk food for 5 years and you're still like,
Like
like
yeah.
he just says like,
Mhm.
I don't think he means like be a waste man for like 5 years, but I think he's just saying like, even if for some reason you are a waste man, you still, I don't think he's advocating for that, but I
Yeah.
think he's just trying to use that as an example as like
Mhm.
you know what I'm trying to say, you
Mhm.
have time to kind of
Mhm.
like accomplish your goal. Like you
Yeah,
can't
and it's
put too much
like
stress on it.
yeah, like for me, like I agree and I don't agree because it
Okay.
all depends. Because of it's like, let's just say like you're like Irish. How old are you? You're 20. I'm 23. Are you 23 also?
23, yeah, yeah.
You're 23. Yeah, it's like we're 23, right? And it's like we we are young and we like have time to like we can explore and do things like that, but the faster that we can get into something that we're passionate about and like get like in there like quickly,
Hmm.
um the more time we have to grow,
Yeah.
but also like the more like we could be skipping out on opportunities that like possibly won't come later down this year. You know what I mean? Like for example, let's just say something like with let's just say like AI, right? AI is like super new right now. If you're getting
Mm.
into AI right now and you're getting into work with AI, like you're really going to be ahead. If you
Right.
procrastinate and you say, I just want to explore a whole bunch of different things, and like, oh, I'm going to try that stuff. Maybe you wanted to do coding and you're like, oh, I'm going to try programming later or whatever. You could
Mhm.
be missing out on opportunities you could be missing out on opportunities that you would have available if you had started younger. You know, similar things with the stock market, right? Oh, I can invest later, but if you invest now, you could be making a crazy amount of money than if you
Mhm.
did 20 years from now,
Mhm.
right? And so like I agree for people who are like at a certain age, right? If you're like
Yeah.
40 and you're not doing good for yourself right now, you still have time,
Yeah.
right? But if you're 20, here's the thing, you have time, but you should start now,
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah.
it's the same thing as like if you're 23, you have a lot of time, but you should start now, right?
Mhm.
Because the earlier you start, the better, right?
Yeah.
And that's why there's, you know, even musical artists, a lot of them started when they were younger, right? When they
Mhm.
were 18, 19, getting into the music industry. And now they've been able to grow over the years and you know and have successful music careers. And there's also, you know, actors like Morgan Freeman. I'm pretty sure he didn't start acting until he was like 50, maybe like something like that, like really
Okay.
late, like Morgan Freeman. Yeah. And you know, but at the same time, it's not like it shouldn't be like procrastination behind it or just like random like I'm just gonna throw things at the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah.
It should be like I'm gonna explore the things that I really want to do and like I can do for long term. So you
Mhm.
shouldn't spend those if Gary Vee is telling you, oh, you know, go in, you know, you're young, you know, go and explore. That doesn't mean you just go and party for your 20 years or for 10 years,
Yeah.
you know, until
Yeah.
you're 30 or anything like that. Like, no, it
Yeah.
means like hunker down, it means explore. Like even me, I explored like programming,
Yeah.
right? And so like I did like a whole bunch of like programming courses and different things like that. And I
Mhm.
have a skill in it. I take it on as a skill, but like it wasn't my passion, right?
Right.
And
Right.
so like, but I still utilize that like even to this day in some things. And so even if you're gonna go exploring different things, and even if they don't work out, have them like be things that you can still apply to your life like in the future,
Mhm.
right? If you want to explore like being a mechanic or whatever, that's something that's super useful even if you don't become a mechanic, because you can you know assist yourself on your own cars or people that you know around you and different
Mhm.
things like that, right? Or also things that you can fall behind on, right? If you're like, oh, I want to go and get a degree for this or certificate in this and then want to pivot, make it something that you can fall back on if things aren't successful, or something that you can use alongside the real passion that you want to do. So just being productive no matter what stage you are at your life, pretty much in a nutshell.
100%. I think that's exactly what Gary Vee's trying to say. I think he just, the way he words it, it just sounds
it's just so like
like be a wasteland for
exactly. It's like, bro, you're good, man. Like you can just sit around on the couch and do nothing, drink beers, and you're good. And I'm just like, okay, man, like we shouldn't. Like
yeah. I think you might need to clarify that that piece of the message. Like it's funny. I see these clips where he's all like, he's like, how old are you? He's like, I'm 32. He's like, so much time.
Because I read so much time. But at the same time, it's like you don't know if you have so much time. So you can't say that with confidence that like, oh, you have so much time. It's like everyone lives until they're 80 years old or 90 years old or anything like that. Or nothing happens in your life that is pivotal until like you're 80 or 90 years old. There's so many different things to where you could have an opportunity until you're 30, but then that opportunity is lost at 30 and it never comes back, right? That could be, you know, hypothetically a friendship, right? You have a friendship and a friend's telling you to get into something and you're procrastinating about it. And all of a sudden that friend moves away, or you guys cut ties and you're no longer friends, and you've lost that opportunity that if you had started 5 years ago, you would have, you know, maybe been able to be successful through them helping you, right? So in reality, time's ticking and things are ticking away, and you need to act now when you can. Even if it's in small little increments, you need to be acting now, and you shouldn't procrastinate on anything.
Facts, 100%. Like like I definitely think it's about like you said, like exploring, trying out new things, learning new things. You know what I mean? Like obviously, how do I say this? It's kind of a hard concept to explain. Like you have time, but it's like don't waste it.
Exactly. You have time, but don't waste it. That's exactly what it is. Exactly.
I want to go back to what you were also talking about, like how everybody should be a content creator. I think that's definitely it makes sense, because even if, like you said, like even if you don't have like a lot of like followers or whatever, you can still like monetize on your followers. You know what I mean? For example, like, you don't even need like a lot. I feel like even if you have like a couple people who are willing to, like for example, let me think of an example. Like say, what's an example? Like let's use, I don't know, maybe videography for example, right? Like like say for example, you have maybe like, as long as you have like maybe like 1,000 true fans, whatever, 100 true people who are repeat customers and willing to go to you, you can make an income off of that.
Yeah, of course, 100%.
You don't even need like these $1 billion.
Like followers. Like when you think about it, right? Okay, even if you just want to be not even like a videographer, but you want to be like a content creator, as in like, you know, like a, you know, just like a vlogger or anything like that, right? And like you want to make YouTube videos. When you really think about it, like social media and like let's just say YouTube is like the best thing to do. And because I guess you would call it market cap, but like the amount that people are making at the top is so high that even if you don't make it to that height and you're really low, you're still successful when it comes to like overall scale of like the world and different things like that. For example, right? Like in YouTube, the biggest YouTubers, how much money are they making? They're making like 50 million, like maybe 10 million, like millions of dollars a year, right? Off of brands and all these different things, right? And they have, you know, 1 million subscribers, 10 million subscribers, 5 million subscribers, right? And so when you think of it, okay, you have 10,000 subscribers, right? What's the kind of gauge of how much you would be making then? Okay, so then like I've seen people with 10,000 subscribers and they're making $100,000, right? Now, if you look at a YouTuber scale and you're like, hey, I'm a YouTuber, I'm making $100,000. That's like, that's light. You know what I mean? That's okay as a YouTuber. But as a regular person, that's really good job, right? That's as much as, you know, some places, some doctors or some, you know, some bankers are making and different things like that. If you're making 100K, but that's low when it comes to social media. And so that's another reason why, you know, so many people, I think that people should get into social media, because if you monetize it, it is really easy to make comfortable money in standards of like the outside kind of world, right? And the market of how high you can go is like really capped out, right? With a doctor, it's a lot difficult for you to make, you know, $5 million as a doctor. It's really difficult for you to make, or even impossible for you to make $5 million as a mechanic, or maybe if you have your own shop and different things like that, and super popular. But, you know, like if you are, you know, like a banker, it's really difficult for you to make multiples of millions of dollars. But as a content creator, if you put the work in, you can get to that point, and you can get even beyond that point, and really there's no limit. Like there's no, because you're working for yourself and everything like that, there's no limit to how much money you can make. You can start a bunch of different companies and work off of them to make, you know, millions of dollars. And because of that, you know, you could have someone with 10,000 subscribers drop a little merch, and you're making money, or have a Patreon, and you're making money that's able to sustain yourself. Right. And so that's why I think, honestly, it's one of the best things that I think that people should be doing. And if they, I think that everyone should be a content creator. Yeah,
Content
I
creator,
think that's really great.
Be creative. Yeah, like definitely, like you took the words out of my mouth. Like literally, it's like, you know, you don't even need to have like a lot of followers. Like you could, you know, as long as you have a solid like fan base,
100%.
You tune into your videos every day, who are watching you
Exactly,
and they know, like, and trust you. Going to invest in your
you're good.
You're solid.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is like.
Yeah, 100%. What's it called? I was also going to talk about. Yeah, I want to switch gears a little bit too. I want to talk
of course.
About, you've seen Fast and Furious yet?
No, the new one.
Yeah.
No, I haven't. I have not seen it yet. I haven't seen like any of the new movies yet. I haven't seen Fast and Furious. I haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy. I haven't seen Spider-Man yet, bro. Like I haven't seen any of them. I have to go to the movie theater and do like a whatever, you know, one after the other, like this week or something like that. Because I need to catch up on all these movies. And I'm a filmmaker too. And I haven't seen these movies. People look at me and they're like, bro, you're a filmmaker and you haven't seen any of these movies? Like, are you crazy? Like, bro, you have to. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
You know, so one day I'm gonna go to theater and just legally, you know, purchase every movie and hop legally. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go to every show.
I feel like with Fast and Furious in general, I haven't seen it yet either. But I'm like, man, it's getting so unrealistic. Like they started off as like street criminals, and then now it's at a point where these guys are like, Vin Diesel was literally Samson at one point. He took down the two. Like,
bro,
no!
It's just like it doesn't make any sense. I think I watched not this one, not 10, but like I guess 9, like the one before. I just watched that previous one, and I'm just like, yo, this is ridiculous. Like the stuff that they're doing, where did this go? Like, where did this turn left? You know what I mean? It's like you watch the first movie, like the old ones, Tokyo Drift, and all these different ones, and like you watch these new ones, and you're just like, what is going on? They're going to space. You know, they're flying off these different things. They're jumping cars from Burj Khalifa to this place, all this kind of stuff, and it's just like, yo, like this is just like wild, and it's become like a action franchise. But hey, like people are watching it, people are enjoying it, so you know, it is what it is.
Even the actor Ludacris, they asked him in an interview, I don't know if you saw it, they were like, why do you keep making these movies? And he's like, yo, stop asking me why we make these movies. Like, you see how much money these movies
Yeah, exactly. I saw that. Yeah, bro. At the end of the day, if people are still watching the movies, then they're gonna make the movies. You know, why not? They're trying to make money, so why not do it? You know?
I think it made billions of dollars. Hey?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it has already. I mean, millions or billions. I don't know, but it's made a lot of money.
Yeah, and they're thinking of making it turn into Fast X is becoming a franchise.
Oh really? Well, it's already a franchise.
Like they're turning into like another like side.
Like Fast X Part 2, Fast.
Yeah.
Bro, that would be ridiculous. But I wouldn't.
It's supposed to be the last one. Okay.
The last one. No, it's not, bro. They're gonna make another 15, another 20, and different things like that, bro.
Watch 10 years later, we're gonna see Vin Diesel time travel.
Bro, 100%. They're gonna time travel. They're gonna go to the core. They're gonna go to a different planet. They're gonna have to, bro. They're gonna find aliens, bro. It's gonna be a whole different. It's just gonna be like, it's gonna be like the characters, but they're gonna start doing like different movies like Jurassic World, where it's like
Yeah.
Vin Diesel and everyone, they're just going different places, time traveling, bro, I think it's gonna be hilarious. But you never know. Maybe that'll happen. You never know.
I can see it.
100%.
I mean, we've already seen Dom lift the car with his bare hands, so
Did he?
bro. This guy, I'm pretty sure there was a scene where he was like, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I've seen him like there was a car driving and like attached to a chain and he was pulling it.
Really?
And then they're trying to drive and he's like pulling it.
It
bro,
gets
he took out a building with his own bare hands.
When? In the last one?
Because there was what's it called? Yeah, there was multiple times. There's two scenarios. There was one scenario where like there was cracks in the ground. I think they were on a ledge. And then I can't remember who he was up against, but he was up against one of like the villains, whatever.
Was he his brother?
Stomped, and then the thing fell.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, bro, that was ridiculous. Oh.
Yeah, or the time, like I mentioned before, he became Samson. He literally like
and he pulled
chains.
The chains. Oh yes, and he put the thing together.
Yeah,
movies are getting ridiculous. And then they're falling from so many different heights, and all things just, bro, and just rolling out, bro, in cars while they're on fire, bro. It's just, come on, man.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous, but it's funny, it's just it's a feel good action movie.
Yeah, it's a feel good movie. I can't
feel good action movie, so it's just it's entertainment, so it's entertaining to watch. So this is what it is.
What do you think about the Spider-Man movies though? Like the new one. You haven't seen it yet, but what do you think about like
Into the Spiderverse?
Yeah,
I haven't seen it yet.
Not even the first one.
I saw the first one. But I didn't see the second one. The first one was good, man. First one was really good. The music was fantastic. The animation was fantastic. I was like I like the style, because I saw the style again on like Puss in Boots. And I was like, yo, this is gonna be like a fantastic style that is gonna like be like used generations to come. Because like just the style of the artwork and everything like that, and the story, everything was fantastic with that movie. That was a really, really fantastic movie. And it was really great. And to see a black Spider-Man, come on now.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Now we got to see the real thing, huh?
I heard he's gonna be in the what's it called? The
live action.
Yeah, live action. Yeah.
Oh really, bro? I'm excited to see that. Live action is crazy.
It's gonna be crazy, bro.
That would be crazy. Bro, I gotta see that opening day. I can't skip that. Skip that. Of course not. Definitely not.
They teased it bare. Remember in in Homecoming? Remember when Spider-Man was up against Prowler?
Yeah.
He was like, "Yo, I got a nephew around here."
Oh yes, I remember that.
Yeah,
oh,
bro, he's gonna be in the MCU.
That's true, bro. It's gonna be crazy. Oh my goodness, yo, I can't wait. I cannot wait. That would be awesome. That would be the best movie, best Marvel movie ever. 100%.
Yeah, and they teased it too in No Way Home when the Electro guy was like, "Yo, like I thought Spider-Man would be black."
Oh yeah, true.
They're just doing little. I know
they're throwing little jabs. They're throwing little. They have to do it, bro. They have to. They have to. But I think.
And if you want to get real nerdy about it, this is one like I've been watching these like YouTube like conspiracy guys, right? And there's like, and it makes sense in No Way Home.
Yeah.
Right. In No Way Home, when what's his name? Yeah, when Peter he starts his new life and he goes into like his apartment, and you hear like what's it called? You hear like the upstairs neighbors running around and stuff, and you can like Miles.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. I have to rewatch that. Oh, I didn't even know that I said Miles. Oh, that's sick, yo. That's sick. Oh man, yeah, I'm excited for that, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be lit, bro. It's gonna be.
Do you watch like all the breakdown videos after you watch a movie?
Yeah,
bro. Do you watch do you know this one called I think like Canadian Lad, the one who does the 0.5x speed videos or like 0.5 speed? He takes the like trailers or the video or the movie and he slows it down to like 0.2x speed to like find all these like super like small details. And he's a Canadian guy and he has a fantastic YouTube channel.
What's his name?
Canadian Lad.
Canadian Lad. I don't think I've heard of it. I probably have seen it before, but like I've been watching so many of them. Like I don't really pay, you know what I mean?
Bro, yeah, of course, bro. I love watching like the breakdowns and everything like that after. It's absolutely fun.
Yeah, because you get a different perspective on like what someone else caught. Like there's something you might have not have caught.
Exactly. And and you're like, oh snap, this is what that meant, and this is what, oh, okay, yo, the next movie's gonna be crazy. Oh my gosh, yo.
And you kind of predict things and like
Yeah, and you predict
it
what's
makes
gonna
it fun.
happen. It does make it so much fun. I feel like that's just like part of like the culture of like, especially now, like people love to like see the breakdown stuff and see like all the like Easter eggs and different things like that. And so it's fun to tune into YouTube and just see all those different kind of that piece of content. Yeah, it's awesome.
I love when like superhero movies they do like Easter eggs. Like I don't know if you've seen like Gotham or like Smallville.
No, I haven't seen Gotham or Smallville.
Well, you haven't seen Smallville?
No, I
Gotham,
haven't.
I understand.
Bro, everyone said that before. I think I asked someone else. I don't remember who it was, but they're like, "Yo, have you watched Smallville?" And they were so shocked that I had not seen Smallville. Bro. I didn't even know it was a Superman movie. Like I had no clue. I didn't even know. I was like, Smallville. Like, oh, is that like what's that one? What's that movie? That show, the one that's like kind of based off of the Archie comics.
Riverdale.
I thought it was like a show like Riverdale, and I was like, oh, okay. I was like, what's it about? It's like, it was about Superman. It's like a Superman show. Like what? It's called Smallville. I had no clue. I had absolutely like, bro. You'll be surprised at like as a filmmaker how little like films and TV shows that I actually watch. Like I don't watch that much TV or that much films at all. Like some of the most popular films I haven't even watched. And it's criminal, but yeah, it is what it is.
Smallville is like, really, bro?
I have to watch it sometime. Definitely.
Because I brought up Smallville because they have like the Easter eggs, and they say like,
oh really?
Like, because I like those stories where it's like, for example, like the Gotham story, it shows before he became Batman or Smallville.
Oh really? Okay.
Superman, right? And it kind of shows like they throw Easter eggs. Like for example, they'll do stuff like he'll put on glasses and he'll be like, I don't think these are for you. Know what I mean? Like hint.
Okay. Little small things.
Or they'll be like, "Oh, you're wearing red and blue. You like those colors, huh?" And then you know what I mean? Just kind of like they kind of
okay.
I like
the little Easter eggs. Okay, that's sick.
He's like, "Oh, stop!" He's like,
yeah. That's awesome, yo. I might have to watch him. I have to watch Smallville. I have to go back, do a little marathon. We'll see.
It's weird. I'm not gonna lie. Around season 7, it gets
7.
Like they're like, it looks like they're just making seasons to just for the sake of making seasons. But I feel like around season 7, you should have just put on the cape, became Superman at this point. It's like, okay, what are we doing? You're in Metropolis at this point. Like he's on this. Oh, I still can't fly yet.
Bro, I'll have to check it out. I have to check it and see. If people are saying it's that good, I'll definitely have to take a look.
It actually started the whole CW.
Oh, really?
Universe.
Oh, yeah. Because I watched is it like Supergirl?
Yeah,
I watched a little bit of that. I watched a little bit of Supergirl. That was like the first kind of like CW show, I guess. Like it's CW, right?
Yeah.
That was like the first CW show like I watched, and like the only CW show I haven't watched Daredevil. I haven't watched Arrow. I haven't watched Luke Cage. I haven't watched Flash. I haven't watched. I watched a little bit of like 2 episodes of Flash, only because of Supergirl, and that's it. Like I watched a bunch of Supergirl, and then I stopped like a couple seasons later, like maybe season 5 or something. I don't know, but like a couple seasons later. But yeah,
Flash, I would stop at like 3, bro.
Season 3.
CGI is oh my god.
It's just so bad. I see the memes. I would see the memes online of like the world events and everything, bro. It looks absolutely terrible. But
like there's scenes where he's like running, like the last scene of the whole because they ended it, right? Thank God. But like you'll see you'll see him running, right? In the last scene, he's like, and you can tell it's
just garbage. Oh my gosh.
He's like, I'm Barry Allen and I'm the I'm like, bro, get out of here, man.
Bro, it's ridiculous sometimes, man. It's ridiculous.
Oh god. But I did like some of the Easter eggs they dropped because what I liked about Flash, what drew me in the beginning was that it showed kind of like this he's becoming the Flash. Didn't be like, oh, he got his powers and now he's the Flash. It was kind of like it showed like his like 2.0 suit, and then his, you know what I mean? He's adjusting his suit, and they play around with time travel really well, where it's like for example, there's like this room that they go to, and it's actually someone from the future whose room that is, and they see an article and they see like, oh shit, like your suit kind of looks different, like did we just come up with the idea for this because we saw the
Okay.
stuff like
Oh,
that?
okay. So like okay.
And you're
So
thinking like, oh, when does this happen? Like, oh, he gets the booth now, or you know what I mean? Like,
I see. Okay, that's interesting. That's cool. That is cool. Interesting. Yeah, I have to watch more TV shows.
Yeah.
I have to watch more movies, TV shows, everything. I don't know. I don't have that much time, but I'll try. I try and just make space once a day, maybe.
Once a day.
At night, 12 o'clock at night.
But
yeah, and,
yeah. So probably tell people in closing. You tell people where they can find you and.
Yeah. So you can find me on Instagram at JESIL_OK, Jesil_OK. You can find me on YouTube at Jesil Okafuna, my full name. We're just typing Jesil. And on TikTok at also Jesil_OK. So mainly Jesil_OK on everything, pretty much. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. All right.
If you need a video, hold on. If you need a video and you're in Toronto, hit me up. If you need a video and you're in Toronto, I got you on music videos, commercials, all that. I got you. I'm gonna make your vision come to life. I got you.
100p. You heard the man. You know he can do all that good stuff. Make your video come to life. I want to thank Jesil for coming on to the podcast.
Thank you for having me. Don. It's been very much appreciated. I love the podcast. Keep it up, bro. I can't wait until you have your own studio. So you got the mic, the mics coming out like this, bro, and everything. You know, you got your thing. You got the logo in the back, and you know, the Don Show. You know what I mean?
Arms cross-legged,
everything on the couches. You know, everything's up, chilling. You know. Bro, it's gonna be sick.
Trust.
And then, bro, and when you got that, you have to bring me back for a part 2. You have to bring me back for part 2. When we're say, bro, because I come back to Edmonton sometimes.
Say word.
And so we'll have to do a one in person also.
Yeah, 100%. Let me know when I see it on your Instagram when you came back.
Yeah,
I was like, I was gonna holler at you. I was like, he's probably busy because it looked like.
Bro, I was busy. Yeah, I was busy. I was doing a whole bunch of stuff, bro. I was very busy, more busy than I wanted to be. But I'm gonna be coming back again soon, sometime, and we'll definitely have to connect 100%.
100%, bro. Let me know when you come back, and yeah, we'll make this happen.
Definitely will. Definitely.
100%. With that being said, I will close this out. I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.
Peace.